From Mud Creek to Gravy Holler, Kentucky, Anacoco to Fourchon, Louisiana, welcome to SEC Network Basketball presented by Sun Life Financial. A sellout crowd of 23,000 has packed Rupp Arena once again to watch the Wildcats of Kentucky take on the Tigers of LSU. Ludwig has his shot blocked by Josh Harrelson. This is a Kentucky team that's been excellent blocking shots this year. And shooting the three as Brandon Knight demonstrates good from the freshman point guard and LSU's second leading scorer. Knight. Back-to-back triples from Brandon Knight, the freshman.
Right through the middle of the floor and try to attack from the baseline.
On the backside, DeAndre Liggins leans in, got contact, knocked it down anyway.
Here in this early ball.
DeAndre Liggins gets the steal at the high post. Liggins finds Deron Lamb. Pass to Miller for the open three. Third made three of the early going for Kentucky. Timeout LSU. An 11-2 start for the Wildcats. And Mark, LSU's zone has perplexed the first two SEC opponents. The zone.
Well, here you see Kentucky turning their defense into offense, and watch the terrific ball movement. One pass, extra pass. Darius Miller knocking it down. And what you like about this Kentucky team against the zone is they're aggressive and looking for shots.
0 for 4 from behind the arc. Meanwhile, Kentucky 3 for 4 from long range. Miller, nice dribble drive floater.
Darius Miller.
Harrelson skips it. Great pass to Lamb. Deron Lamb knocks down his first triple off the great look from Brandon Knight.
Watch the basketball move. It doesn't stay in the hands very long. Extra pass, quick ball movement.
Shot on shot selection, but as you pointed out, Mark, just getting healthy from a nagging knee injury. Jones takes it right at Garrett Green and earns a trip to the line.
The great coach, the bench is your ally, and sometimes coaches don't use it enough. Terrence Jones coming off the bench today, and he is aggressive. Strong to the rim.
Green can't get the easy follow. So Liggins finds Lamb in transition, and one, count it. And the foul will send Deron Lamb to the line.
Great player with his head up. Recognizes he can get to the rim. There's contact, but his concentration.
Liggins. DeAndre Liggins knocks down the triple. 5 made threes for Kentucky. And 5 for 7 from behind the arc. Jones gets the swat. Sending the Cats in transition as we say hello to Deron Lamb. Good hustle.
This was one, Carter, I wasn't sure if you were going to be okay on this one. It's coming right towards us.
It was definitely a blocking foul. I was moving.
The shot clock was expiring. That Darren Becker, the young freshman.
Knight. Oh, how about the shooting today from Kentucky overall? But what that's calling the right foot. That's essentially just short of a stress fracture. Knight saves it. How about that tip pass? How about the follow dunk from Brandon Knight? Even when the threes aren't going down for the Cats.
How about the ball movement, the jump shot, and the freshman Brandon Knight finishing with authority. It's a terrific defensive team again this year.
Miller scores off the inbounds.
And this one today.
Liggins gets the steal in midcourt. Liggins takes it right to the hoop. Stringer unable to stop him. And Kentucky. Harrelson has his 10th rebound. John Hood follows up. John Hood lays it in. The fan favorite from Madisonville, Kentucky. That mistake by Josh Harrelson as John Hood knocks down the... But Kentucky has just rolled on the offensive end.
Well, and I think the story is more Kentucky and how they've played well rather than LSU and how they've not played well. Kentucky where the ball rolled
over the midcourt line that is not a backcourt. Wow. Brandon Knight. He got it going with the...
Brandon Knight's quickness and speed, and because the spacing, LSU's playing man-to-man defense, the spacing of the dribble drive offense with no post player around champions.
Vanderbilt seeing a 17-point lead evaporate today. Stringer swatted from behind by DeAndre Liggins.
Happy. DeAndre Liggins had one hand on the basketball, had it kind of loose. But he says,
got a perfect pick and roll set up with White going to the basket, and Malcolm White couldn't hang on. And that leads to a Brandon Knight three. The second half begins much like
the unselfish play by Kentucky. The pass, pump fake, defense adjusts, unselfishly finding executor out of bounds plays.
Harrelson gets one right back for Kentucky again. Excellent off of the double-double, his first career double-double, 34 minutes against Arkansas. 10 points, 10 rebounds. Green, one of the guys getting more minutes when Storm Warren. That is just the third made three of the year for Garrett Green, the junior from Woodland Hills, California. He has 10.6 rebounds now, but Deron Lamb answers with a two. We've already nominated Mark Gottfried Suits for...
I thought it was the mullet haircut back in the day, back in the 80s.
Well, Knight behind the screen from Terrence Jones. Buries the three. It's a career high for Brandon Knight. He now has 6 made threes in the game. Exceptionally well here in the second half. Liggins fakes Bass and hits over Ludwig.
Nice way to use
all year long.
Kentucky had some good freshmen last year, but how about this year? Terrence Jones and Brandon Knight from downtown Lexington.
Jones guarded hard by Green. Finally gives it up with 9 to shoot. Liggins in the corner. DeAndre Liggins knocks it down, and Liggins has...
Andre Stringer struggling from behind the line.
Miller. How about the crossover from Darius Miller? Pilots from the West Coast Conference on the way to Maui. A lot of Kentucky fans making that trip out there Thanksgiving week. Jones fouled on the stick back as Terrence Jones continues his aggressive play around the basket.
Hood, and look at the Kentucky bodies around the rim. Staying with the play, finishing again.
Are commanding that dribble drive offense, doesn't it?
Nice.
Hood hustles, finds Vargas for the dunk.
Nice job by John Hood. Regardless of the score.
Finds Vargas on the wing. Vargas, skip pass. Miller, dribble drive. Miller stops. Makes the basket. But Polson, another chance here for Jared Polson.
Now Kentucky will back it out. Classy move by John Calipari. Kentucky today, terrific in every phase of the game.
A dominant win, 82-44, in a week that John Calipari challenged his team to play together better, and they did it on both ends of the floor today. 38-point win. Kentucky goes to 2-1 in the SEC. LSU now 2-1 in SEC play as well. When we come back to Rupp Arena, we will visit with John Calipari.